Hey everybody, it's Neil the Copper Mustache coming at you for part 4. What we're talking about today is the stuff you need to be able to package up those wondrous finds that you find. Things like boxes and paper, plastic, and things like that. So let's get started. What are some things you need? First of all, you need a printer. You don't necessarily need a computer, believe it or not, because you can print from iPhones or Androids, tablets, iPads, straight to a printer as long as they have like ePrint or AirPrint capabilities. But it's best to have a computer. I gotta tell you, it makes life a lot easier. And if you go on to do Amazon, no way around it, you're gonna have to have a computer for that when you package up the things and send them to Amazon. So hopefully you have a computer. If not, don't worry about it. You can still get away without it. You can actually get away without a printer. You can just hand draw out the address label, send it over to your post office, and let them do the work. Most of your labels and things like that that you print up, you will be printing up through eBay. It's just simply the easiest, and it saves you money because they give you a discount on your shipping. Most of the stuff you'll be going through will be USPS or FedEx. eBay does not offer UPS. That's not to say you can't ship something at UPS, which you can, but they're offering those two services. So when you print up your packing slip, for example, it's right there on eBay's site, and then I usually print that, and then I print up my label, package everything together, and get it out. Makes life really easy, simple. They pull out the money from my PayPal account, and off I go. So remember, you have to have that PayPal account open. Make sure you have that open before you get started doing anything. Okay, so you got your printer. Do you need to buy address labels? No. You can print it all on a plain sheet of printing paper. And just cut it out and grab yourself a roll of tape, which I have somewhere around here. Tape, fun tape, this kind of stuff. Boom. It is clear. Make sure it's clear. Place it over the label so rain and stuff can't penetrate it. And then, but they can still scan it, and off you go. So guess what you're gonna need? Aha! You need to buy some tape. I would buy a case of it, and the place I'd buy it, and thanks to Dusty from Alabama Pickers and Tristan, they told me about this place. EcoSwift. EcoSwift can be found on eBay, and I buy about a case of it. It lasts me eons, and it's cheap, and it's good tape. It's really good tape. Doesn't fall apart on you. I like it. Don't have to buy EcoSwift. You can buy Uline or Scotch brand or whatever you want. If you're just starting out, you're not sure you want to do it, just go over to Walmart and buy yourself a roll. But if you think you're going to be doing this, save yourself some money. Buy a case of it from EcoSwift. It's good stuff. So you're going to need tape. A packing tape. Clear packing tape. Now, I'm saying clear because, believe it or not, it comes in that kind of funky, ugly beige color as well. Do not get that. Get clear. Because clear you can use on anything. And don't use duct tape. Unless you really got to put a heavy package together. Okay, so you need to get tape. What else do you need? You need, obviously, the printer. You need ink or toner cartridge for your printer. If you're going out and you're getting a new printer, do yourself a favor and get a LaserJet printer. It's going to cost you just as much as probably an inkjet, maybe a little bit more. It's going to cost you a little bit more for the toner cartridge, but it's going to last so much longer than those ink cartridges, and it won't dry out. I've got a brother. I think it was $100. You can buy ink cartridges cheap on Amazon for it, like $40 for it. It will last you probably a year, and you are done. And it is great. Some services require it. I know Amazon really says that you can't use inkjet printers. Some people do it anyway, but get yourself a LaserJet printer if you don't have a printer. Great. Do you need to buy a label printer? Not at this time. Don't buy it. Zebra printers or Dymos, they're great, especially if you get into Amazon. But for doing eBay stuff, it's an added expense. We're trying to keep your expenses down. Let's just get, if you don't have a printer, let's just get you the basic LaserJet printer. And you can get them at You can obviously get them online on eBay and places like that, but they're not expensive at your local office stores or Best Buys for a cheap brother printer. They're great. They last long. Love my printer. Okay, so now you got that. So you got something to print your labels with, right? You got some tape. Next thing you need is boxes. Boxes. Where am I going to get boxes? Okay, well, again, it's going to depend on what you're selling. For example, if you're selling clothing, most clothing you don't even need a box for. You're going to be putting them in these guys. These are poly envelopes. These poly envelopes are wonderful. This one is probably, 12 by 15. I can get a pretty good size sweatshirt in here. I can get a lot of clothing. I even can do shoes in these poly mailers. And it saves you a lot of money in postage. Poly mailers are great. Where do you get poly mailers? Again, do a little research. Go online to Amazon/eBay. Who's got the best price? Usually you want them a little bit bigger. You can get some for free in the future as you get bigger and you get yourself an eBay store. They're going to give you like about a $25 credit each quarter or so. And then you can get, the big monster ones like this that even have eBay printed on there, and they'll sell them and they'll give it to you for free. You can buy them, but they're expensive. I wouldn't do that. I would buy the blank ones. I don't pay for those. I just get them. That's good. Also for clothing buyers, you're going to want some of these. They're just big old plastic bags. You can get about 200 of them or so for, $10 or so. And you're going to put your clothing in these, seal them up, makes it look a little more professional. It will also keep the product a little fresher when it gets to your end user. You can also use them to put into boxes, parts, things like that if you need to. Okay, so got bags, but I need boxes. I gotta have boxes. USPS will give you free boxes. You go online to USPS, you create an account, and there's a bunch of free boxes you can get. Now keep in mind, they're kind of keeping an eye on your boxes. They want you to use USPS, so they'll let you, get as many as you want as long as you're using them. So make sure you're using them for USPS and not for other means. So, what kind of boxes can you get? Shoe boxes, game boxes, flat boxes. You won't find real big boxes, but you can get some pretty good size boxes to sell things like breakables in. If I was to sell this glass, for example, I'm going to wrap it up real nice in bubble wrap, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Put it in a nice smaller box that will fit this, which UPS has, and then it send out. All their boxes are priority mail, so I'm going to send it out priority mail, and something like that would probably cost me, I don't know, depends on where it's going to, $5 or something to ship, maybe a little less, $3 to $5. All depends on where you're shipping it to and where you live. So go to their site, you'll see supplies, click on supplies, and start ordering up some boxes. Have them sent to your house or apartment or wherever you live. They're free. FedEx also will give you boxes. Same thing, sign up for an account. Doesn't cost you anything for either one of these to sign up for. And they have free supplies as well. Now FedEx has also a rectangular little box. I think USPS has these too. Yeah, they do. And they have them in two sizes. So if you sell golf clubs, for example, and you're selling like onesies golf clubs, they're great. They just fit in there, boom, 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 off you go. So if you're wondering how to sell a golf club, it's a trifold box. It actually makes it like a pyramid. And you just put it in there and off it goes. So get yourself a few of those. Shoebox size ones. Dusty always makes fun of me because they're always at them when I go to get them. Order up some shoe boxes. They're great, especially if you sell shoes, and you will probably. Bigger boxes. If you got something big and you got to sell it, there's two things you can do. One, you can go to your Walmart and buy a box. You can go to Office Depots and buy a box. You can go to Home Depot and buy a box. That will do in a pinch. If you're somebody like myself who doesn't sell a lot of big stuff, that's usually what I do. I just run out my box and put it in. Like when I sold Billy Buck, I had to do that. Went out and bought a big box, put it in there, boom. For deduct it from cost of doing business. That's all you can do. A lot of people will go out dumpster diving for boxes, and it's not a bad idea. Go behind your local retailers. They're usually not built. They're usually flattened out. Some of them have balers, and there's nothing you can do if they got balers. They're not giving their boxes out. They sell their bales to recycle companies and make a lot. But mom and pop shops generally have a bunch of, or small business type places, have a small boxes. So if you can get behind a good-sized retail shopping center, you can catch them on the right day. You can get quite a few boxes. So it never hurts to do that. Secret, sometimes you will find packing lists on those, and you will see what they're buying things, and sometimes those packing slips will actually have the name of the place they're buying it from and the cost. Just FYI, sometimes that happens. So yeah, that's what you need, boxes. Don't go crazy on boxes yet. When you're ordering from UPS or USPS rather, or FedEx, onesies, one package of this, one package of that, until you know what your rhythm is and what your niche is of selling, and you know what you need. Otherwise, you're going to have boxes all over the place. Excuse me 1 second. So, please, don't spend money on boxes if you don't have to. Like I said, only in an emergency, and only if you've made some profit. Other shipping supplies that you'll need is basically get yourself some Sharpies, because every once in a while you gotta write something on the outside of the box. 1 of 2, if you're sending 2 boxes, for example, is always a great deal. 1 of 1, 1 of 2, 1 of 3, whatever the case may be. And then normal everyday stuff, pens. And you gotta have your paper for your printer, and that kind of stuff. So the other thing that brings me to mind is this stuff here next to me. This is bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is an eBayer's friend, and you're going to use it to wrap your glassware, anything that's fragile, anything that you need to pad. Bubble wrap comes in 2 dimensions. Let me rip off a piece here to show you. It comes in these little small bubbles, and it comes in the really big size bubbles. This is a major debate between many resellers. I've seen resellers go each other's throats over this debate. Which to use, the big bubble or the small bubble? For me, it's the small bubble. But for a lot of people, they like the big bubbles. I don't care which bubble you use. It's freaking brand. Just you get some. There is a cost difference. I like the small stuff because I sell a lot more smalls than I do big stuff. So it wraps the small stuff a little better. If you do big items, let's say I'm selling a VCR, then yeah, probably the other stuff's a little bit better. But you can still get away with using this. Okay? Where you can find it, again, we're just starting out, so don't go out and buy, this ginormous roll of it. You might just go over to Home Depot or to Walmart and buy a roll of it. But once you find yourself selling more and more stuff, then start looking for it. The cost of this stuff, because it comes in some big rolls, you may have a place in your town that sells it. You can buy it directly from them and buy it at a pretty decent price. I usually buy a lot of this on either Amazon or eBay. I'll just find who's got a good deal, buy myself a roll, and 1 roll, big size roll like this. The roll I just showed you is probably half the size of what it was. And honestly, it can last me a month, it can last me 6 months. It depends on what I'm selling. So, it really depends on what you're selling. And of course, the bubble controversy, it's going to be up to you. From what I hear, the Republican Party is generally the big bubble, and the Democrats are going to the small bubble. But I'm neither, so that's just rumor and speculation. Hillary is a big little bubble supporter. I know that. I know that for a fact. So if you ever want to ask her that question, go ahead. Anyway, I'm just rambling at that standpoint. But you do need bubble wrap. I don't care what you're selling, you're going to need bubble wrap at some point. Except for clothing, you may not need it. But for shoes, you're going to need it. I like to wrap it in my shoes with the bubble wrap. It just gives a little added protection. That is the main things you need. Boxes, bubble wrap, tape, printer. That's what you need to get this stuff up and going on the road. Probably forgot something. I did. Great. All those other labels, all those other things, yeah, you can get them. You can get them later. You don't need them. When you go to USPS stores, they have some free labels. The only other one you might want to buy are some of these, because if you forget to put a packing slip in the package, then you can still put it in on the outside. I'm down to my last one, so I need to find some more of these. They used to give these away at USPS. They don't anymore. FedEx may still give them away. Otherwise, you just have to look on eBay and see what you can find. So that's about it. So that's the end of episode 4. So you at least got 4 episodes. You should have enough to really get your business going now. Get started. And before I leave, I just want to tell you about 2 websites to watch some videos on. They're real important. One, Alabama Pickers. Alabama Pickers, that would be Dusty and Tristan's site. Great information, wonderful. I'm going to take it back, there should be 3. Jim Bennett, Resell Happy Hour. Great guy, great content. And Pete, Craigslist Hunter. Great guy, great content. Have any questions for me? You know where to put them, down here in the comment section. That's my dog Lily behind me. You can also write to Lily, and I'll answer for her. Thanks, Lily, you just left. Alright, that's it. Talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful day. Start selling now. Bye.